there, I'm Shauna. Welcome to Yoga Snacks, nourishment for the body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so today we are going to use blocks. We're going to also probably use this bolster I'm sitting on or a pillow, so something for relaxing and some stuff for standing. So you might find that you're better off using a chair than blocks, and you may want to start sitting in the chair. Let's just center together. So hands on the lap, however you're sitting. Line your shoulders up over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. And start to notice your breathing. And I always find it most helpful to have one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest to help me notice the breathing. And as you notice, you just feel the rise and fall of the breath. And today, let's practice lengthening the breath a little bit so that as you inhale, you're counting to about the count of 5. And as you exhale, also to the count of 5. So if you find that stressful or awkward in any way, just go with your natural pace and gradually adjust. Could make it a little longer, maybe the count of 6. But for today, not much longer, and if possible, not much shorter. So inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can continue that on your own if you like. We're going to just bring our hands together and start to add some movement. So as you inhale, you could circle your arms down and then inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then let's just bring the hands together at the heart again. This time, slide your arms up as you inhale. And as you exhale, put your right hand down onto the floor, onto the pillow, chair, whatever you need, and your left arm reaching up and overhead. And feel the opening in your body. And while you're here, you can go back to that breath if it's possible. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Then inhale and sit all the way up. Turn to your right. Bring your left hand to the outside of the right leg, right hand onto some support, and twist. And lift through the top of the head. Possibly turn your head to look to the right. And then just stay here, being with your breath. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. As much as possible, you're breathing in and out through your nose. Take one more inhale in this pose, and then one more exhale in this pose. And use the inhale to untwist. Okay, change the crossing of the legs. Supporting with your left hand, inhale, sweep your right arm up. And stay. Again, aware of your breath. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. You can experiment by looking up at your arm and then waiting for an inhale. Use the inhale to bring yourself up, and then we use the exhale to twist. So you think of you're squeezing your body empty a little bit as you twist. So it's natural to twist on an exhale. It's not a problem if you twist on an inhale, it just goes more naturally with the body. And maybe your head is turning to look a little to the left. You're lifting up through the top of the head to encourage your spine and the muscles of the spine to be long. Tuning back into the breath. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Let this be the last inhale and exhale in this twist. And then use an inhale to untwist. Fantastic. Okay, let's stand up. So come up to stand. Have your space clear, and if you have either chair for support or something like blocks, you can use those. And, oh, it looks like my mat's crooked. That's funny. I'm always a little bit crooked. Come to stand in the middle of your space and pick up your toes and spread them. You can use an inhale to pick them up and an exhale to put them down. Seems like a little activity, but it's good to practice. Inhale, picking up the toes, spreading them, and exhale, putting them down. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Toes are lifted. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Toes go down. Let's do it one more time. You might notice that your hands get in the game too. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Toes are up. Exhaling, slowly placing the toes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and notice which finger's on the outside. Flip your palms and straighten your arms. Press your hands away from you. And then in slow motion, start to take your arms up. And for some people, there's some restrictions. You might only get as high as your eyes, maybe as high as your forehead, and maybe all the way up. Press your hands up and even look up at your hands. If that hurts your neck, turn to look forward. But if you're okay looking up, keep looking up. Lengthen from the palms of the hands to the soles of the feet, and from the soles of the feet to the palms of the hands. What happened to the breathing? Okay, and then release your hands, bring them down, just pause for a moment and notice just that simple stretch changes everything. Okay, this time let's have the other baby finger on the outside. Which one was it? Flip your palms. Straighten through your arms. Oh, are the toes still spread? Toes are still spread. Palms open. Inhale, take the arms up to whatever your place is. Keep going if it's available. Pressing with your hands. Okay, here we have an extra challenge, and see if it's available for you today. You rise up onto your toes. Woo, exhale down. And let's try it again. Inhale, rise up. Exhale down. Once more. You might notice that those breaths are not as long when you're rising up and down on your toes, just whatever you can. Great. And then release the arms. Just stand. Okay. Take the feet wide apart. Have the outer edges of the feet parallel to the mat. So wide apart is relative. If you have the flexibility and the strength, you can go 3, 4 feet wider. If it's a little bit challenging, you can do all these poses with the feet a little closer together. So make it work for you. Gonna take the feet this wide apart, toes Ooh, they don't really pick up, but try picking them up again. Spread them, make your feet wide. And then bring your hands to your hips. As you exhale, turn your whole right leg out. Pick up the toes, spread them again, place them down. And as you exhale, bend your right knee. Keep your left leg steady and strong and line your right knee with your right ankle. Then let's come up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the pose. Let's come out again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the arms up. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your arms into a cactus shape. Pressing into your feet. This time we're going to hold, and you can straighten your arms. Arms come out into a T, wide across your shoulders, wide across your collarbones. If it's possible, look over your front fingertips. Reconnect to your breath. And in today's practice, continually kind of modulating your breath to this rhythm. But anytime you feel breathless or kind of anxious, just breathe normally. We breathe every day without changing it, so you don't need to change it. Inhale, straighten the legs, let the arms come down and have a rest. Turn your right foot to face forward. Outer edge of the foot parallel to the mat or turned in. Let's turn the left leg out. And again, we'll have the hands on the hips at first. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, bending, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bring the arms up. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend, and then bend the elbows into the cactus shape. Press strongly into the feet. Reach your arms out. Look forward over your fingertips, maybe. Toes nicely spread, tuned into the breath. Spectacular. And then inhale, come all the way up. Turn the feet to face forward. Maybe narrow the feet a little bit. I know, what are the blocks for? I don't know. Maybe we'll get to them. But we're going to turn the right leg out 90 degrees, so pointing to the short end of the mat. Kind of hop your left foot around. And for this one, you might need a narrower step for some people and wider for others. So your back foot is on a big angle and your front foot is facing forward. Let's turn the hips so that they're mostly towards the front. They don't need to be all the way. Bend your right knee. Inhale, straighten. So let's do this like last time, except we're going to use the arms. So inhaling, arms up. Exhale, bend into the pose. Inhale, straightening. Exhale, bending into the pose. You could always keep your hands on your hips, but we're going to do it one more time and hold. Inhale, and as you exhale, deeply bend the front leg, coming into warrior 3. In Sanskrit, this is Virabhadrasana. Not the best Sanskrit pronunciation, but strong, steady pose. Feel your warrior strength. Okay, and then to come out, you press strong into your feet. Bring your hands to your hips, turn your feet to face forward, even things out. And then we'll go to the second side. So left foot turns out. For us, we want the right foot stepped a little bit forward, so not heel to heel alignment. That's a little bit challenging on the hips for most people. And then we're turning the hips a lot towards the left. Bend the knee. So maybe the first time the hands are on the hips, and then we're going to sweep the arms up. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, bending into the pose. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the pose. Inhale, straighten, and then this time hold. Remember, your hands can always be on your hips. You could look up a little bit towards the ceiling. Have the sense that your arms help to lengthen the whole spine, and your toes spread, your feet anchor you. Feel your warrior strength. And then press evenly into both of your feet. Inhale, straighten your legs, turn your feet to face forward. Maybe narrow the distance and then line them up so the toes and the heels are in the same line. Put your hands on your hips, maybe smile. Inhale, and as you exhale, go forward. And as you go forward, this is where the blocks could come in. You can put your hands on your blocks. Inhale, lift your head and your chest, bring your hips in line with your heels. Exhale, fold forward, and hands can stay on the blocks, or maybe the hands can go back to the floor. Fingers point straight ahead, elbows can bend. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Feel free to let your head dangle. If you need, though, your hands are higher on blocks. Your head is just dropping slightly, so make it your own. To come up from this one, bend your knees, both your knees a lot. Knees kind of pointing in the same direction as your feet. Hands can come to your hips. Arms can sweep. I said hips, didn't I? I meant blocks, but hands to the hips too. And then if you feel like it, you could take your arms out to the side. Inhale, press the ground. Come all the way up, reaching up, and then step your feet together and bring your hands to your heart. And just take a moment. Feel your breath, your heartbeat, a little bit vigorous here. Great. Okay, so one more standing pose. And so we'll take the feet wide apart. You can have your blocks again. This time you might actually use them, you might not. Back foot parallel to the mat, and the right foot is going to turn out. The left hip turns in a little. Bend your right knee, and here we'll just side bend, right elbow onto thigh. This one is extended side angle or Parsvakonasana. Here, it might be more stable to have your hand on a block. Keep your knee steady over your ankle, your back leg very strong. Opening your chest and maybe even reaching your left arm all the way over your head. Long, steady breath. Building strength in your legs, feeling your breath. And then inhale, press the feet down, come all the way up. Turn your feet to face forward. And then let's do the other side. Left foot turns out. Right foot maybe turns in a little. This thigh is turning out. Bend the left knee, really press to the back edge of your foot. Side bend, you might find your elbow on your thigh is best for you here, or hand on the block. Right hand can stay on the hip as you open your shoulder. So feel free to stay way up. Hand could be on a chair too. Otherwise you're here, and if it makes sense, your arm reaches over your head. You're pressing into your back foot, lengthening through your front fingers, feeling everything. Come out, press your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, turn your feet. Step both of your feet together. Just relax and breathe. Okay, and then let's sit down. Okay, so we're gonna sit down, have this bolster to sit on. So if you sit on a pillow or a block, you might find that helpful. A belt could be helpful here. Straighten both legs, and then bring your right leg in close to your left. And so if you sit on the pillow, sometimes your thigh is supported, the knee's okay. Some of you may need to put a little extra support here. And you might find that sitting on the floor is just better. So the main thing is to pay attention to your back. This right foot could come as close to your hip as possible, whatever that means for you. And then belt around your right foot. Sitting up with a tall spine. Let's go back to finding the breath. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next time you inhale, think of lengthening, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, coming forward a little. You can walk your hands up the belt. Mostly keep your spine elongated. So rather than rounding and curving, which is sometimes good, we're keeping the spine long. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, seeing if there's any room to move, 3, 4, 5. And then you just staying connected to your breath today, or just, if it's possible, you're modulating the breath. Remember though, if it stresses you or you feel breathless, let it go. Just trust that your body knows how to breathe. After a little while, you can either let go of the belt, or you can let your spine round a little bit, let your head drop. Take a few breaths. Just let your body be in the pose. Okay, and then inhale, slowly, slowly come up. Straighten your right leg out. Then let's bend the left. Bring it in nice and close. Support it with a block if you like. Belt around the foot. First couple breaths are upright, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, coming forward, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale a little bit forward. Inhale, lengthen. And then maybe on this next one, allowing your spine to be a little bit more relaxed. The head can drop. Okay. And then inhale, slowly come back up. Straighten out this leg. And start to make your way down onto your back. So here I'm going to use this pillow under my hips, but you might use a block or a book or something more solid. When I'm coming to do this, I'm going to lift up, put my hips onto this bolster, this pillow, and then put my back down. And so just see how this feels. You might need to keep your knees bent, or if it feels okay, you can test out straightening your legs and letting the hips open. So something to pay attention to is, where is the bolster in relationship to your hips and relationship to your lower back. So there's different ways to do this. So different types of yoga make different suggestions. Today I'm going to suggest that you're a little bit more off the bolster, and it's mostly just the legs that are on, so that you're getting a stretch into what's called your hip flexors. Let's see how that feels. Relax your arms, and as long as your head isn't tipping back or there's no neck pain, you don't need anything under your head. Just take a few breaths here. Let this be an opportunity to relax and settle. Feels a little bit active. Okay, and then from here, let's just bend the knees again. Push yourself a little bit off the bolster, so it's almost like you're tipping. So if you've got a support, it doesn't really matter what the support is, but it's just supporting the edge of your hips. Your hips relax into the support, and you can hug your knees into your chest. Maybe hold your hands, maybe just holding the edge of the legs, or if it's hard to reach, you could use something like a tie. Should feel okay, not too much pressure on the back. If you like, you can reach for a block or a blanket to put under your head. Okay, and then from here, we'll put the feet down, lift the hips, and slide the bolster or the pillow under your knees. Maybe something nice for your head to rest. And then start to let your body come into Shavasana or corpse pose. We don't call it that very often in English, more often called relaxation pose. Just give everything a little adjustment and shake so it feels like you're resting evenly. Let the feet roll open, palms roll open. As you come down to the Shavasana, the relaxation pose, no more changing the breath. Let your breath flow naturally. Your mind might be very attuned to the breath. So you can just watch and feel your natural breathing. Otherwise, just simply let your body rest, your mind rest. Absolutely nothing to do, just being here, receiving. As always, if you're comfortable and you'd like to stay here, I recommend staying in the relaxation pose as long as you have available. I'm coming out though, so when it is time, you remember to move slowly, to wiggle fingers and toes. And also always nice to take just a moment to close your practice with an acknowledgement. Just acknowledgement of the body, of the breath, of any changes in how you feel, anything you're grateful for. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time.